Hi Aquarius, this is Tarot-blee Accurate. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. If you're new, welcome. I hope you come back. If you've been here before, thanks for coming back. Thanks for subscribing to my videos, for liking them, for sharing them with your friends and your family. I appreciate it. It's the reason why I do these for you. So, in a general reading, we break things down into career, money, your home life, or like your close friendships, and then also your love relationships, whether you're single or coupled. We'll split it that way. One thing I wanted to mention is I often just kind of randomly do these videos and put them up in whatever order I do them, but I've noticed for the last couple months that the signs, certain signs will have way more views on them than other ones, and it changes every month. And it's just because, though, at that specific time, I don't know what's going on astrologically, but they just need the most help. Okay, so what I'm going to start doing now is I will put up your videos based on whichever ones have had the most views in the month prior, because it makes sense to me that those seeking the most guidance, those who need it the most, would get it first. Now, typically, the most time between like one video releasing and the next one is a day maximum, but often like I'll put up like 2-3 videos and the next 2 or 3 are taking a while to upload and they're not done yet, and people are like, where's the one for Scorpio? Where's the one for... And I don't mind that. I'm glad that you want to hear those, like that you want to see them, but so that's just how you'll know that in the future. If you're like, when is mine coming next? You'll be able to look and you'll say, oh, yep, okay. Or, oh man, I have to check back in a few hours. Okay. Anyway, let's get started. Aquarius, what's going on for you in regards to your career and your money stuff? We've got the Hierophant in reverse. So things are a little untraditional right now. They're not going as expected, not the way they usually do, and that is causing you tremendous anxiety to the point where you can't even sleep. You're like, oh my gosh, I can't stop thinking about this. I can't stop worrying about this. Some of you, now, I feel so bad saying this because some of you are going to be like, that's not me, and most of you, this isn't you. Maybe this is for one person, okay? It's a general reading. But one of you might have stolen something from your job or from someone, and you're scared to death you're going to get caught. I'm going to switch decks here. Hold on. Because whoever this is for, I want to know, like, are you going to get caught? Okay, are you going to get caught? Let's see. Within the next few weeks, yeah. Sorry, shouldn't have done it. I mean, what else can I say? Sorry. But at least now you know. Maybe now that gives you a chance to put it back, whatever it was that you stole. I mean, Okay. So anyway, let's get back to the thing for the rest of you. So it's just really making you feel like you are not in control. Like you are just like not the boss of your own life. You're like, ah. So how do we make this better? Is there anything that you can do? Well, you have a challenge card, and it's saying, challenge yourself, like, while things have been predictable and you're kind of waiting for them to go back that way, challenge yourself to, my bunny Mavis over here is just going wild. They're nocturnal at night. Challenge yourself to accept offers that are coming to you. So you might get an offer from a different position, from a different company, and you're not sure if it's any good. Challenge yourself to look at it instead of just saying, nope, I would never leave. I would never switch. Some of you are tied to a bad situation. You might be tied to a sinking ship, to a company that is going down the drain, and it's time to jump ship now. Okay? Now, that's not going to be the case for everybody, but some of you are. Look, here's the deal. See these chains here? They're around their neck, but they're so big they can slide right off. There's some reason why, though, you don't pull away from this. It's usually something fun or something that you love about it, even though you know that it's bad. It's like drugs. It's like cigarettes. It's like alcohol. It's all bad for you, but there's something fun about it, so you keep doing it. That, okay? But you can walk away at any time. And you know that you might think you can't, like emotionally you think you can't, but you can. Physically, you know you can. You can. Okay, so moving on to your home life or your close friend relationships. What's going on for you there, Aquarius? Fear of judgment. But nobody's actually judging you. In your mind, what people are thinking about is more than what it actually is. Not really feeling motivated to put hard work in to changing things either. But you have tremendous tact and strength right now. And you know that the way that you talk to people can get you anything that you want. Like the possibilities are limitless. They're infinite. As you can see the infinity symbol above her head. If you just handle things the right way, if you finesse people, you talk to them the right way. This is not to say that you're manipulative, but it's just that you are very smart in the way that you communicate. You communicate very politely. You know what to say and how to say it. Because oftentimes it's not what we say, it's how we say it, you know. This is very good. This is a very good thing because we just had that devil card. This is often very similar to the devil card, but like in regards to thought process. So this is saying that you are not hiding anything from yourself. Like you're looking at things objectively and you know what's going on around you. You're not in denial about anything. It's just like maybe things that have to change or they should change, you see them as very, very difficult. It's hard work. It's hard work that you can do, but maybe you doubt yourself that you can do it. Now, what is that about the home, though, or your friendships? For everybody, it's going to resonate differently. But this is big changes. So it could be moving, for one thing. Yeah, just general big changes, like stopping friendships, ending friendships. But, then they would be replaced by a friendship that is better. Or leaving a home, selling it, getting rid of it, and then moving to one that is better. So the death card, it looks very ominous and scary, but it actually isn't. Because it's a card of change. One thing ends so that a new, better, more light, bright thing can come into its place. Now, what's going on in regards to your love life? So if you're an Aquarius person and you're single, what can you expect for July 17th through August 17th? And this would be your sun, moon, and rising sign. Change of luck for the better in your single life. How so? What's the deal? King of Cups in reverse. Why is that there? Oh, Queen of Cups. Okay, so this is actually a really good thing. You might have been feeling a lot of feelings, or like to the point where you were like, oh my gosh, I'm going nutty. Like being too emotional, and now your emotions are in check. That's very good. You're going from a place, because the King of Cups, I read this two different ways. It depends on the cards around it, which is why I pulled a second card. Now, the King of Cups sometimes can be like a very selfish person, very in love with themselves. That's not the way that I saw it. It was just like, so you see all this blue and all this water, and you see how the water in front is very wavy, okay? Whereas her water is still. Do you see how that's different? It's like being so emotional, it kind of makes you a little bit like, ugh. But her water's still. So she's a little bit more stable, right? Like even the back of her chair is higher. Does that make sense? It's like more like at rest. Like you're more at peace with your emotions. Like you have a lot of them, but you're more at peace with them. Okay? What else for singles? Because that doesn't tell you much, does it? I mean, it just tells you like emotionally you're more stable and prepared, and that your luck is changing, but what does that mean? It means that you'll be holding very tightly to things that are important to you. It means that you will not be so confused and having too many options. Like maybe the person that you want to date is becoming more clear to you, or at least what their qualities are, like what it is that you want. It's saying that the person, now this is going to sound so cliche, but the person that comes into your life you should not rely upon them to complete you. You know, like that Jerry Maguire bullshit, like, you complete me. No, bitch. I was complete and you are a supplement. Like, I was the cake and you are the icing. Okay? So when somebody comes to you and they offer you love or affection, a relationship, something like that, this is saying some of you are going to sit here and you're going to say, oh, no, I'm good. You know why? Because I'm complete. I have what I need. Nobody can complete me. But it's like, they don't have to. They can just be the icing. That's good. It makes a cake better. But cake is still delicious and it's still good when it's just cake. So if a person is, whether they're coming into your life or not, in your love life, what you should be doing is having a good time right now. You should be going out. You should be celebrating. You should, try new things. If you've never been to dueling pianos, go to that. If you've never gone to an arcade, go do something like that. If you've never been to karaoke, go do that. Go do bingo. Go do whatever. Try something new. Have a really, really good time this month. But definitely, because I feel like this could go different ways. Definitely don't rely on somebody to complete you, okay? Have your own fun, know your own worth, and then let them supplement that if they're worthy of you. Okay. One more thing here. Hold on. Same thing. So everything I just said, go back 15 seconds, listen to it again because that shit was important. Okay, for those of you who are coupled Aquarians, and I don't know why, but I feel like while I've been doing this video, I may or may not have, I might have said Pisces a few times, but I totally meant Aquarius. So if I did that, sorry. Maybe some of you are messing with an Aquarius, I don't know. Couples. Okay, when is this way? Is working hard to achieve balance in your relationship, because we're talking about a couple's relationship. It's not even trying to find the balance. You might be spending too much time doing other things, or conversely, you might be spending way too much time with your partner. For more of you, it's going to be you're spending way too much time with your partner. And maybe your partner is by spending all this time with them, it's becoming codependent, you rely upon each other too much. So all that ish I just said, if you didn't skip it, about single Aquarius with the cake and the icing, this is that kind of a relationship where it's you rely on the other person for your happiness, that you cannot be happy without them. That they cannot be, or conversely, that they cannot be happy without you, is constant attention, constant need for validation. Could be a lot of suspicion, a lot of mistrust, a lot of accusations, a lot of anger. These relationships can become very emotionally abusive. They could physically become abusive too. They don't have to be, but yeah. So if you're in that sort of a relationship, you can leave. You just think you can't, but you can. I mean, those, like I was saying before, those chains aren't tight. But it's you just feel like you don't have options available for those of you that are in that situation. Like you can't even leave. But I'm telling you, you can. But you think that you can't. You don't have the faith that everything will be okay if you do that. And you really need to have opposite, a very childlike, blind faith. You need to see how he's looking at the sky. He's looking at God. He's looking at his angels. And he's like, I'm trusting you. I'm trusting that you're leading me. And it's hard. It's super hard. But that's how you get to your happiness. Okay? Now, for those of you who are not in that type of a relationship, that was maybe important for one person, maybe for 10 people. Who knows? Maybe for all of you. But it was important for somebody. That's the trouble with general readings. Now, for those of you that are not in that situation, you need to see things from a different perspective within your relationship. You need to look at it in a different way, but that's like a hidden aspect, like something that you haven't even thought about, or maybe that you have thought about, but you've refused to look at. You have a challenge here. And the challenge is in regards, again, to worry. We might still be talking about the same sort of ish with that. Because I said, you know what, this is for people who aren't in that. But there's some sort of, so if you're in that icky relationship, keep listening still though. But for those of you that aren't, this is your card anyway. Where you're challenged to get some rest, to stop thinking yourself silly, to stop ruminating on the same old thing over and over. It's so much anxiety, it's so much worry to the point where it's depressing you, and it's not good for your health. It isn't. So how do we get rid of that? How do we avoid all that? Going out and doing fun stuff. Same like the singles. Go out, have a good time. Challenges. Challenges are to speak your truth, to be honest, to do things that you want to do. And also to find that balance. It's funny how, the same things are repeated just in different ways. Where it's saying, don't give more to somebody than you're getting back in return. Don't take from somebody more than you're giving. Like, you also can't be an abuser. Okay, for those of you who are Aquarius, though, in happy relationships, I guess we shouldn't avoid you, but you're probably not watching this anyway. If this is saying, give second, third chances, allow people to tell you things, like be open to hearing things, even if you don't believe them or if you don't want to hear it, just because you should. Like, this is for your partner. If you're like, hey, what happened to that money again? Where did you spend it? And they have something and you feel like they're lying to you about it. Like they went and they spent it on new shoes or something and you didn't want them to. And then they lie. Like, just try to hear them out though. Because they might actually tell you the truth. You're going to know the difference between a truth and a lie anyway with your big bullshit detector sword right here. So just allow them though to tell you what they have to say. What else? You might be not spending as much time at home, which is fine because your advice was to go out and have a good time. But part of that might start to eat at you a little bit, where you're not feeling like as this card for me is kind of like stay-at-home mom card. Like, she is so organized. She pays her bills on time. And she's happy to do it. And she makes dinner, and her house is clean, and she does laundry, and she's a really good mother, and she sticks to a schedule, and she tucks the kids in at night. You might not be feeling that way, and you might be missing it a little bit this month. So, just focus, though, on the things that you enjoy. It's not that big of a deal. Just really focus on the things that bring you joy. If it's your hobbies that are taking you away from those sort of things, that's fine because that's what's bringing you emotional fulfillment. Don't worry about that. Your relationship is stable, okay? Nobody's going to judge you for that. They're happy that you found a hobby and something you want to do. It's more, remember how we had that card and I said, oftentimes we're more concerned about what people think about us and they're not even thinking about us anyway. It's like that. Like, you're like, oh my gosh, they're going to think I'm so irresponsible or I'm not, doing a good job. But they don't think that. Okay, well, if you'd like a personal reading, more private and your own specific details, since that's general and some things will fit and some won't, please hit me up. My information is in the description box below. And then also there's links there to the Facebook and Instagram page if you're interested in the daily card readings. This guy jumped out saying, changes are coming, okay? But any changes that you go through, remember that things end, things change, so that new, better things can come in their place. So on that note, love and light. Mwah! Bye, Aquarius.